name's Lucy and I teach a class called Strength in Movement, which is all about that. Strengthening the movements of your body and helping you move free from aches and pains. I've put together a series of 10-minute movers just to target specific areas of your body, just little ones that you can fit into your daily routine and hopefully give you that little bit more that you need to get your body moving well. Hope you enjoy them. Hi again. Right, part 2 of core activation. So in the previous video I went through kind of the breathing and getting it activated and that. This one I'm going to explain neutral spine and C-spine, what they call. So basically a curved spine and the difference between the two. Okay, right, so let's crack on. I'll tell you what, I'll do it this way first. So basically, a neutral spine is the natural curve of your spine. So that's slightly rounded at the top, drops down, dips in, and then kicks out to your tailbone. There. So from there, out, dips in, and then kicks out to your tailbone. A C-spine, like a little bit curved, is the crunch position. So you're tucking your bottom under, you're rounding your spine. I always like to use a cue that you're trying to bring, so imagine the base of your ribs and the top of your hips, you're trying to get them to meet in the middle. Okay, so they're lengthened and then trying to get them to meet in the middle. You'll need to activate the glutes a little bit depending on what position you're in. But the main part of that move is, if you always remember, base of the ribs, top of the hip bone, try and get them to meet in the middle. Okay, so how that works when we are down and doing different exercises, let me just pull that a little bit tighter. There. So, first of all, neutral spine. You're going to have your chin into your neck. That will lengthen up through the back of the neck. Then you've got that little bit of a curve where kind of the base of your neck, all that bit meets the floor. Now, rib flare again. If we arch too much, we get way too much of a gap under your back. So then we need to drop the ribs down. You will have a little bit of a gap under your back. It just depends on the natural curve of your spine, but then your pelvis needs to be straight. So if you make a triangle with your hands, place it on your pelvis, okay, and then just lift your head up. The hands should be flat. If your fingers are lifted, your back's in the floor. If your thumbs are lifted, then you've got too much of an arch. So you need that neutral spine. Okay, now activating when we're in neutral spine, I'll just bring my arms up out of the way. Big inhale. As you breathe out, now it's about lifting a leg or your head or anything without affecting the neutral spine. If you lifted your leg and your first initial would be to flare the ribs and drop, it's not your core that's holding. Okay, it means core's stopped, you're using your back, you've lifted up, now you're okay, now you're back in your core. So this is where regression and taking a little bit of load off can help. So if you're in that position, you bring your legs as close into your hips as you can. So as you lift and lower, it's not too much of a no load or load. Okay, and then getting harder, the legs would go further away. There. So you've got a lot more load on the tummy muscles, okay? But whenever you're doing core, it's all about how much you can stand at any given time. So if you're starting here, start back, and if you think, oh, do you know what? Inhale, drop, exhale up, that feels okay. Then shift you out a little bit more. Add more load. It's just like going up weights. So say, for example, this could be you're starting off 2 kilo weights, and then by the time you get out, you're out to 10 kilo weights. It's not, but it's that kind of thing. Okay, right, C-spine. Now we want to tuck your bottom under. This is where you push all of your back into the floor, okay? Arms can come up in front here. Big inhale as you breathe out, head up, shoulders. Now you want to feel like you're rolling down your spine. Your spine is curved, so we could roll the whole way until we get there, belly out, bottom out, and you bring yourself back up to a neutral spine. Okay, if you're sitting here like this, you're still in C-spine, but when you're sat, try and keep as tall as you can. And then going back into C-spine again, you tuck your bottom under, just visualize in your head, touching one vertebrae at a time on the floor as you roll yourself all the way down. Keep tucking under, keep trying to get the vertebrae to go on the floor until you come all the way out. Now, you're not going to be able to do that with so much control straight away. Again, it's about building up. So the first thing we would do is from here, tuck your bottom under, even put a little bit of pressure on your heels. Big inhale as you breathe out. Just hold the position. So you're bringing your ribs down to the top of your hips. Hold. Don't push forward with your hands or really try and strain to get up. Don't. Push you back into the floor, round your back, feel that tension and just hold as you exhale. Inhale, come back, relax it off. Strength will come if you keep doing it. If you keep trying to push too hard and doing it wrong straight away, so coming up and here, tension and whatever, all you're going to do is damage somewhere else, okay? So keep it little. Inhale, exhale, up, so you can feel that tension, belly button back to spine, squeeze like you're desperate for the toilet, push you back into the floor, long steady exhale, hold. Then to increase the strength, it's all about time under tension. Inhale, exhale, back up again. The less gap you have in between, you'll increase strength. And you'll do a couple and then you'll come down and be like, oh, and if you're burning, lactic acid build up and all of that. But the one thing, it will work, muscles do adapt, it's just consistency. It's just keeping going, okay? So we've got neutral, I'll do it with my legs in tabletop, which is the little bit of a gap under your back, the ribs stay down, you're in a neutral spine, and you don't let the spine move as you then move other parts of your body. You always keep that bit of a gap under your back. And then for C-spine, that's the tuck under one there, and that's more of your crunch. There, if we're lifting upper body, or if we're coming up here, lower abs, rounding your back, there, and you work more with a rounded spine. So that is, so neutral spine, that little bit of a gap, C-spine, getting the top of the hips down to, or up to the base of the ribs. Okay, hope that has cleared that up a little bit. But next video we'll be getting into a little bit more strengthening exercises. Okay, see you next time.